Cynthia Toet, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. I want you to keep your mindset on the higher vibrational mindset so you can keep living your life and going on this beautiful journey you got. Can't live here without you. We need all of you. You're all here. You have all a special reason, a special purpose, and nobody can do it just like you. Hello everyone, this is Cynthia Toet, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. We're on episode 2082. We are finishing up the series of the Soul's Connection, and tonight's show is about the Karmic Connection, the lessons which cannot be ignored. That's what we're going to talk about tonight, okay? Yeah. How the karmic partners push us to grow and to reveal the patterns shaping into your hidden love story. You know, the reason why I go live here on the show is I do believe we have all been misled and misguided by our emotional selves. Yeah, I do. And what do I mean by that is I believe that we're operating from a lower vibrational frequency as our go-to frequency. And that would be out of fear, doubt, insecurity, not whole enough, not complete enough, feeling like that we got to prove ourselves out there to the world or to someone else. And all of that really like slows us down, puts the brakes on, does not really give you life. My goal here is to truly flip your emotional inspirational story around to a higher vibration, one out of love and above, laughter, play, joy, happiness, peace and harmony, passion, desire. Come on, baby, let's get your life going. Let's get this show going. I messed that up. All right. Anyhow, here we go. Okay, wrapping up the soul connection of this mini-series. I want to thank you first as my viewers for following along. I really do appreciate that. Karmic patterns come into our lives to teach us tough lessons, and those lessons cannot be ignored. So in this episode, I am going to be talking about the karmic connections and how to recognize them and why they feel intense yet temporary. We're going to learn how karmic relationships reveal patterns and push you to grow and ultimately guide you towards greater love and self-awareness. These connections may be difficult, but they may shape your hidden love story in powerful ways. The definition of a karmic connection: it's a relationship rooted in past life or unresolved energies, often intense and short-term. A karmic connection is a relationship that is believed to be formed to teach specific spiritual lessons or life lessons and resolve unfinished business from a past life. These connections can be intense, but they are ultimately serving as a catalyst for personal growth, and spiritual awakening. That's what we got. That's why it's included into the show, into the program. We're going for that personal growth. A karmic relationship, right off the bat, immediate, is very powerful. It's like this immediate, powerful connection. But it's also intense and challenging. That's how it all starts. It's just like, oh, wow, this is it. But it is to deal with unresolved issues that deal with your fear, and you could say your shadow self from your past, providing you a chance to heal. Yeah, we want to heal ourselves. We want to heal that self. We want to do that self-love in karmic relationships. Please, not me. It has obligations and duties that come in a karmic relationship, and it's painful for that growth that needs to be done. Yeah, that growth, when we grow up, parts of life is painful, like when you're learning how to walk, it can be painful how to take that first step. Of course, most of you don't remember that first step, right? How does a karmic relationship show up into your life? It shows up very strong, like a strong attraction, repeating cycles, and lessons that feel unavoidable. They're definitely going to teach you some lessons. How they show up: karmic connections can be intense and passionate, but still also be addictive and draining. Oh my goodness, I don't think none of us need anything to feel more draining than life already is, but these karmic relationships, they are supposed to heal it, They often bring a sense of something familiar, and it feels like an obligation, but it can lead to reoccurring conflict. Who wants any conflict? We already got enough conflict going on. I guess there's some of you that need to be in karmic relationships so you can have a little bit more conflict than what life was already bringing you. I'm telling you. Oh. These relationships serve as a catalyst for that personal growth. It's really intense on that instant connection, it may feel like you're on a roller coaster ride. You'll have your ups, and then you'll have your downs, and then you'll have your ups, and you'll have your downs. You're like, wee, woo, yeah. That's with the emotional self. I don't know if I want to be on a roller coaster ride with my emotional self. What about you? You guys want to be on that emotional ride? I don't. So karmic relationships, stay away from me. Yeah, confirmation from Nai. I love you so much. Double confirmation. Yeah, they have karmic relationships have patterns that repeat themselves over and over and over. And they make it feel like you feeling stuck. Yeah, Naya confirmation. She seems to know what a karmic connection is. I love her so much. And it's intense, you know. It's an intense emotions. It has intense triggers. I mean, they're triggers that cannot be ignored. They cannot be stopped. Those triggers, when those buttons get pushed, it's like setting off the alarm. Yeah, and another thing about karmic relationships are codependent, they are codependent. Yeah, they become codependent of one another, that we're looking for the other one to do the healing that we need to do. We want to blame them. Come on, it's your fault I feel this way. And so that means you gotta fix this situation. So they do become codependent upon each other, so they can learn how to deal with these emotions that are actually draining them. Yes, it's emotional draining being in a karmic connection, a karmic relationship. It brings out the worst, the very worst in you. So if you already found your worst and you got with a karmic relationship, you're gonna find even something more worse than what you thought your worst was already worse. Yeah, something like that, you know. And it is because it wants to teach you a lesson. It wants to, it wants you to go through this spiritual awakening, because actually a karmic relationship could has the potential to bring out toxic dynamics. So yeah, Naya confirmation, she's all in agreement to that, huh, Naya? Yeah, While often meant for growth, karmic connections can turn into a toxic and abusive and draining relationships where the focus becomes one-sided and unbalanced. Naya seems to know a lot about this. I'm telling you, I'm going to have a talk to her. You want to talk, Naya? Come on over here. Let us all know. We want to know. Why are karmic relationships different? Well, they do bring up your wounds, and they highlight toxic patterns to force growth. That forces growth. Karmic connections are different because they are not rooted within pure love, but in unresolved past issues, leading to an intense emotions, chaos, and repetition of unhealthy patterns rather than for growth. These relationships often feature a strong magnetic attraction and a sense of familiar I don't know why I can't say familiarity, a sense of something feeling familiar, which makes it hard to leave even when the connection becomes toxic or abusive. That would be sad, right? That if the connections already become toxic and abusive, but because it feels so familiar and the attraction is so strong that we stay in those kind of connections. It's sad. The purpose of such a connection is to provide profound lessons and to help you with your spiritual growth. But the process is often very challenging and painful, as it forces individuals to confront their deepest triggers and the shadow self. Reasons for the difficulty is the intense emotions that appear within a karmic relationship, or past life issues that you may not be conscious of, but those past life issues resurface themselves in a karmic relationship. The magnetic attraction, the attraction seems so intense and so real. That's why it feels difficult to not recognize that it's a karmic connection. It does bring in chaos and confusion and disorientation, repeating patterns that are not even healthy for us. We will repeat those patterns. We'll keep beating ourselves with those old cycles until we actually truly wake up. So focus on the connection. The karmic connections actually focus on the lesson and not the love. There's not really a lot of love in that connection. It's all about a spiritual growth. The relationship's foundation is learning and healing deep-seated wounds, not necessarily on lasting love or compatibility, which we can lead to a lack of pure, not feeling whole, not feeling complete. We may feel a lack of support. We may feel a lack in the connection. There are deep-seated triggers that a karmic relationship will bring out of you. It may be the only kind of relationship that will bring it out of you. So it's important to go through that kind of a relationship so you can get it out of you within this lifetime. The purpose of this challenge is, again, to find those deep wounds, to heal them, to go through this spiritual awakening, to heal those deep wounds that have been inside of us. It is about the spiritual growth, about the self-discovery, so you can really, truly find true love within you first. So that karmic connection has a very high purpose, so don't discard it. It's not something to be ignored. It's something that must happen. So both of them can learn how to break those old cycles. How is a karmic relationship different than a soulmate or a twin flame? Karmics are about breaking cycles, not about building long-term harmony. Soulmate connections often are confused with soulmate relationships. Did I say that right? Karmic connections are often confused with soulmate relationships. But soulmate connections are based on unconditional love and are meant to be unbreakable and supportive. In contrast, a karmic relationship's purpose is to fulfill once the lesson is learned, and the individual they often part ways after that lesson is learned, as the connection is based on obligation rather than deep love. Now, how is a karmic connection different than a twin flame? Karmic connections are temporary. They are unhealthy, or bilateral relationships meant to teach you. They're meant to teach you specific lessons and clear life path debts, often leading to a sense of unease and pain within that connection. In contrast, a twin flame is considered your soul mirror, providing you a profound, intense spiritual bond designed for spiritual awakening, deep healing, and becoming the best version of you. Though it is also involved with challenges and periods of separation and reuniting. Lessons they teach us. In fact, hold on. Right here, I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'm gonna run my commercial. You guys know I wrote this book. It's called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better, and it's over there on Amazon as an e-copy and a hard copy. I'm gonna run my commercial right now. I'll be right back. So stick around because I have more to talk about when it comes to that karmic connection. And it's commercial break time. And what's she going to talk about on her commercial? Yeah, what's she going to talk about? She's going to talk about, did you know that Cynthia Toet, she's an author. She wrote a book this year called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. Yes, that's the book that she wrote, and it is on Amazon. It is an ebook and a hard copy, whichever you prefer. Go over there right now and grab your copy right now to see what it's going to take to flip your emotional story around to better. Okay, back to the show now. And I'm back. Woo, 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 woo. All right, I hope you guys didn't miss me too much. I know it's still the commercial, it looks like I'm still there, all except my hair has a lot more pink in it then. I need to get that redone again. All right, back to the karmic connections. They are here to teach you boundaries, self-worth, releasing attachment, and reclaiming your own personal power. So the karmic connections, they have a purpose. Karmic connections are like a spiritual boot camp. Yes, you heard that right. A spiritual boot camp. Yeah, let's go. Retrain you. Boot camps are not easy. They push you. They push you to grow. They push you to heal. They push you to discover yourself. Through these intense bonds, you will learn to set boundaries. You will learn how to practice forgiveness. And you will definitely learn how to cultivate self-love. It is not easy, but the payoff is well worth it. You will emerge stronger, wiser, and ready for more meaningful relationships after that karmic connection. Lessons are in self-awareness and personal power. It's really important to recognize patterns, to reclaim your own personal power, to establish boundaries where we just don't accept everything the way that comes through. We learn that it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to say, no, I'm not ready for this. Or it's okay to disagree. It's okay for you to have two different opinions. So sometimes we have to set boundaries. Lessons, the karmic connection teaches you lessons about forgiveness and acceptance, letting go of the things that have not worked and accepting the things that do work. And it does teach you how to love unconditionally with acceptance by letting go. Karmic relationships are often temporary, as I've mentioned before. They are teaching you the importance of letting go of attachments and relationships that no longer serve your personal growth. Lessons in love and growth that come from this kind of connection is self-love and understanding your love style. And it will teach you how to navigate these lessons to focus on your growth, your personal growth, and how to heal your inner child. It's going to teach you how to move on by letting go. Once these lessons are learned and the soul contract is fulfilled, it's important to move on, to make space for your future experience, the one that has been written in the stars just for you. Healing after a karmic partner is the importance of integrating the lessons and not repeating those old cycles. After a karmic relationship, prioritize self-care, self-love, and support from loved ones or a therapist sometimes are important. Take time to process your emotions. Reflect on lessons you have learned and release old attachments through energy work like meditations or rituals. Allow yourself space to rebuild yourself and to reclaim your essence, your personal essence, that one that is just yours, that vibrant being that's been wanting to come out all of your life. That karmic connection makes it so that can happen. Remember, the purpose of the karmic connection is learning lessons, resolving past karma, and going through a spiritual awakening. And remember when to leave that karmic connection. Remember, safety is always first. If it gets abusive or explosive, it is time to leave. Or once you have learned the lesson, it is time to leave. The takeaway, even though painful karmic connections help write your hidden love story, they are important to help write that love story. What lessons have you learned? If anybody that's here in the chat, that's watching the live, if you guys are in a karmic relationship, that you know that you are in one, what lessons have you learned from that karmic relationship in your life? Put it down in the chat. Next, I'm going to do the signature tarot spread that I created for this. It's a soul's connections. It's a soul connection layout. I created it for this series. And the first card that's being laid down for the spread is the connection energy. What is the soul connection with this karmic relationship bringing into your life right now? It is bringing your higher self. It's allowing you to operate from your whole self, where you're actually totally tapped in, not only to yourself, but you're tapped into divine. You're tapped into your higher self, that you get clear messages. You're in alignment. You're grounded, you're solid, you're whole, you're complete. You started to nurture yourself, where you started growing and understanding the process of life. You start speaking from your truth, from your higher self. You are in alignment with divine. What is the lesson? What is the main lesson? This connection is teaching the person that may be in a karmic connection. The lesson is about unconditional love. Confirmation. It is all about unconditional love, loving yourself unconditionally. Filling all of our cups up with so much love, with unconditional love in every area of our life. Loving yourself first. That's right. That's exactly what this lesson is teaching you guys. To love yourself first. And confirmation going on with my dog. What is the main lesson of this connection teaching you? That's what I just did. The mirror or the reflection. What truth or shadow of yourself is being reflected through this connection? What truth, the shadow self, it is teaching you how to cut out those stories that are no longer serving you to your highest good. It is rewriting your story, flipping the script. Let's cutting out the chaos. Let's cutting out the noise. Let's cutting out the lies. The stories that do not feed your soul. That's what this reflection is. That's what it is to show you within this connection. The gift. What hidden blessings or growth will come once this lesson is embraced? Well, the gift is you're going to get past all those lower emotions, the fear, the doubt, the insecurity, the not whole enough, not complete enough, feeling like you got to prove yourself out there to the world or not. These are all the thoughts that we're living in that lower vibrational story that I talked about at the beginning of all my episodes. You know, that's what the gift is. You will no longer be operating from this energy because the wheel of fortune comes in. Things change for the better where you start operating from your higher vibrational self. That would be from love and above, laughter, play, joy, happiness, peace and harmony, passion, desire. Come on, baby, let's get your life a-going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So that's the gift. Get your life a-going. What is the path forward? You just did your shadow work this last year, I'm telling you. Jackie. All right, I got one more position here. The path forward for the card reading is guidance on how to integrate the connection's purpose into your journey of love. It is going forward, speaking your truth from your higher self, so new beginnings come your way, solid offers come your way, a new beginning with love. Because we're operating now from our higher place, which is speaking from truth, laughter, play, joy, happiness, peace and harmony, passion, desire. Come on, baby, let's get our lives grounded and started. Let's get it going in the full blast direction with self-love, true love, which is your love, loving yourself. Remember, you guys, every connection, whether it is a soulmate, twin flame, or a karmic, it is here to shape your hidden love story. They are mirrors, teachers, and guides leading you back to the most important love of them all, that love that's within inside of yourself. Keep honoring your journey, keep shining your light, and keep flipping your emotional story around to better. Until next time. Let's see. I want to talk a little bit here to the people in the chat here. I see that Jackie has learned how to love herself first, and she's been doing some shadow work this last year, so that's really good. I'm really proud of you, Jackie. Raquel doesn't see that she's in a twin flame connection, and let's see. Yes, that's right. Trust in your intuition is very most important, and yeah, and let's see, we had Barbara here. You're having a difficult time coming on this year with your twin. I'm sorry about that. It does. It's not very easy, is it? But I'm glad that you come here to the channel so we can, you're not alone. You may feel like you're in your journey alone, but you're not. So many of us here, we are either in a twin flame, soulmate, or a karmic connection, or we're definitely going through a spiritual awakening, going through our own personal growth. So I feel like you're in a very safe spot. So I appreciate it's not easy at all. It is the most challenging journey I've ever been on. And it definitely is making me wake up to me within this journey. So healthy boundaries, yeah, you do have to learn how to set those healthy boundaries. And the connection does teach you how to set those healthy boundaries. All right, I love you guys. Until next time, remember, the after show is revealing your hidden love story, which is coming up next. I will be there within 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then it's live tarot over there. For those that are watching live, just hop on from over here, go over there. The live is already up and waiting. It's already up in the queue, so you can go ahead and get in line for those that want a reading, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, I love each and every one of you. This is Cynthia Toet, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. Till next episode. Woo, woo, woo. Catch.